though I have it blocked out on my calendar.
Really? Are you serious?
Okay. I'm fine. You're fine. It's fine. Right, Christina, you're fine? Okay.
I'm good.
I'm start from the beginning.
Yeah. So what we're doing is talking about your journey.
Okay.
Okay, she looks good. Yeah, she looks great.
So I got started just from a LinkedIn message. One of the onboarders had messaged me, and the whole thing when they say you look like you'll be a great fit for this recruitment role, and I did not know what recruiting was. Hearing words like spread and G2, did you lock them down? And I'm like, what do these people do with these candidates? Like, I'm so confused.
Started off just straight out of retail, finished up university, wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And somebody reached out to me and they said, hey, we have this company that you might want to work for.
Fun fact, I did busting the tables and serving over the weekend. I actually did bus tables on one of the Tundra's year-end parties. Michael will remember.
When I joined, I was, like I said, I was at a crossroads in my life. I was sleeping on the floor of my mom's condo while I'm trying to work things out.
I took kind of like your typical like quarter life crisis trip where I went away for 3 months, and I thought, okay, let's now try and find a job.
And I had been thinking of making a change anyway, just because I was tired of working shift work and I was tired of having to pick up after my teammates with no kind of like reward or recognition.
I wanted to see the next step of my career, which I thought was kind of like an office job. When I first started in recruitment, it was, like most people, it was a fluke.
I do remember everyone really trying to help me, but I had like no knowledge. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't really get better, and I eventually got pipped like later that year.
The reality of what we do, it's not easy. It was a struggle for me. I remember I had to remind Micah that he put me on a PIP because I was kind of just going through the motions.
During the first year, I didn't really make that much commission. It was kind of a slog, to be honest.
I was really happy that I could overcome because I was nervous in the beginning. I was practicing my handshake. I was looking up sports. I installed a sports app to, be able to talk about it.
I remember at points when I was really struggling, I was told that, hey, that candidate that you can't find, they're out there somewhere. And if you're not the one that finds it, someone else will. So naturally, I tried to find that candidate.
Soon after that PIP, and so we want to have a contest. In trying to win the contest, I started working harder to put candidates in, and in the more candidates I put in, the more candidates turned into submissions. And the more submissions I had, the more placements started to come. And voila.
Definitely has not been a straightforward path. Took a lot of, I guess, self-reflection and just discovery, trying to really pinpoint what you want to do.
I was telling everyone in the pit. I was telling all the other recruiters, like, hey, what do you think about this role? What do you think about someone doing social media and taking care of all of that? And I remember this one individual had come up to me in the pit and said to my face, Christina, they're never gonna let you become the marketing lead.
Staying resilient and being able to persist moving forward, I think it's one of my biggest strengths. Despite all the failures that I experienced, I was always able to keep my eye on a target and realize that this is a great opportunity where I can move up fast within the company.
So I would say that my success is a byproduct of a challenging year. When I began to realize that I could fill these really challenging roles, that's what ended up motivating me.
I needed more time, I guess, to ferment, and I did.
I persisted, knowing that it would get better, and everyone around me kept being like, oh yeah, there's ups and downs, which we say to everyone, but it's true, in any people-oriented environment or industry, it's gonna be super unpredictable.
It's a bubble, it's one project. It's, you go up and then everything that goes up has to come down, but it's in our hands to bring that back up.
I'm always just looking forward. I'm always just looking at the next project. I'm just like, okay, this is done. Like, let's move on. Like, let's go.
Because I started here at Tundra with no blueprint. Because you have no blueprint, you can create your own. You can do whatever you need to do to get to that end goal.
Once April 1st hit and I officially went into this PA role, like we ended up having, I believe, our biggest month ever on the HPC account, and that was in May or June of 2021.
With Tundra, I don't think I ever planned on being number one person. I don't think that was really a driver for me. The moment I decided to stop comparing myself to other people or stop comparing myself to other people in the industry and really focus how can I get myself from a position A to B within Tundra and what I had to do in terms of putting the work in.
What makes me excited about work is actually like, honestly, it's the people I work with, and I feel like a lot of people at this company say that.
As much as I've achieved success, I would never have been able to get anywhere at all if it weren't for the incredible leaders that work here at Tundra.
The reason I enjoyed the work that I was doing and I made a lot of money is because I really cared about the people that I was working with.
I'm really happy to have had that opportunity to work with so many awesome people and being successful and being in a place that I never thought I was going to be at.
It's up to each individual to actually figure out why you're here. Figure out your why.
A lot of the time, I still feel the same as I used to. I still struggle. I still sit there and say, you know, I can't do it. I can't get there. But I don't give myself that option. If it's open, I can close it. I'll find a way.